This is the Ecobee new Smart Thermostat Enhanced. I picked it up because I wanted something that could handle my daily routine without constant fiddling, play nice with my smart home, and hopefully trim my energy bill a bit. I went in a little skeptical after reading mixed reviews about sensor accuracy, but I was also drawn to the new design and the promise of better motion detection. On looks and feel, Ecobee clearly leaned into a premium vibe. The glass face with those soft waterfall edges feels modern, and the larger Squircle touch display is bright and responsive. The body is plastic, not metal like the premium model, but it still looks clean on the wall. The trim plate in the box came in handy to cover old paint marks from my previous thermostat. The UI matches the app closely, so I didn't have to relearn anything when I switched from the wall to my phone. The only thing that bugged me was how easily the glass shows fingerprints. It takes about 2 swipes to smudge it and 2 more to wipe it clean. If you're used to a dial, this fully touch approach will feel different, but swiping temperature up and down is quick and clear. From my experience, setup with a C-wire was smooth. The app walked me through each step. The backplate's built-in level was a small but thoughtful touch, and I had it mounted, wired, and online in under an hour with just a screwdriver. Wi-Fi pairing was stable. Firmware updated once, and then I connected it to Apple HomeKit and also tested Alexa and Google Assistant. It doesn't have voice control built in, so I used my HomePod and an Echo in the kitchen. Commands like set living room to 72 kicked in fast. If you rely on voice, you'll want a smart speaker nearby. The key features that stood out are the new radar occupancy sensing and the Eco Plus software. The radar detection is definitely a step up from older motion sensors I've used. It picked up presence reliably even when I stepped into a hallway off to the side. That translates into better away behavior. When the house sits empty, it eases back to save energy. And when I walk in, it snaps back to comfort without me touching anything. Eco Plus is Ecobee's brains for learning how your home heats and cools. It tries to preheat or pre-cool, so the place is at your set point right when your schedule says you'll be home. It can also shift runtime a bit to cheaper or cleaner power windows if your utility supports that. I like the idea, but I had to tune it. Here's where my mixed feelings came in. My unit read about 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit lower than a calibrated reference sensor I keep for testing, and humidity ran about 4 to 5% high. In the settings, I added a temperature offset to bring it in line. After that, it behaved as expected. But I get why this bothers some people. In my opinion, a thermostat should be accurate out of the box. If you're new to offsets, it's basically a correction number you add so the displayed reading matches reality. Once I set it, comfort matched my expectation. I also noticed Smart Recovery pushing the AC a bit early on mild days. Turning down its aggressiveness helped, and on weekends I sometimes disable it when I'm home all day. If you like predictable on-off behavior strictly by schedule, you can dial back Eco Plus features and the thermostat will respect your rules. I tested the optional remote smart sensors separately because this model doesn't include any in the box. They're great for smoothing hot and cold spots, but honestly, I wish Ecobee bundled at least one with the Enhanced. The core thermostat did fine in my open-plan first floor, but the sensor for the bedroom made a real difference at night. Installation notes matter a lot here. With a C-wire, the install is easy and low stress. Without a C-wire, you'll rely on the included power extender kit. I tried the PEK on a friend's furnace board to see how it goes, and I'll be straight. It's not a simple stick it on the wall and go step. You have to open the furnace panel, find the control board, and move wires around. It's doable if you're confident with low-voltage wiring and you turn off power, but it's not a beginner project. Also, there's a gotcha most people miss. The Enhanced supports one wired accessory, like a humidifier, and that terminal is the same position used by the PEK. If your system lacks a C-wire and you have a wired humidifier, those two needs run into each other. In my setup, I do have a C-wire, so I kept my humidifier on the accessory terminal and everything worked. If I didn't have that C-wire, I'd probably call an electrician or consider a model that supports multiple accessories without conflicts. Daily use has been solid. The app is fast, the on-wall screen is responsive, and automations through HomeKit have been rock steady. I like that I can nudge the temp from my phone on the couch, or ask Siri to warm things up while I'm making coffee. Energy reports make sense at a glance, and filter reminders are useful. The thermostat is Energy Star certified, and after a month, my utility's time of use plan showed a small reduction in peak hour runtime thanks to EcoPlus. It's not a huge dollar amount, but it's trending the right way. What I like, and this is the core, the Enhanced is a great team player. It doesn't try to be the center of attention. It integrates with Apple, Amazon, and Google, reacts fast, and lets me choose how smart I want it to be. Radar presence feels smarter than a basic motion dot, and the UI is clean and friendly. The design looks higher end than the price suggests, even if the body is plastic. And for homes with a C-wire, the install experience really is a one-evening project. It's perfect for someone who wants a modern thermostat that looks nice, works across platforms, and values app and voice control more than built-in microphones or air quality sensors. From my experience, the Enhanced delivers consistent control once you calibrate the temperature if yours is off a bit. There are trade-offs you should know. No built-in voice control, so you'll need a smart speaker. No smart sensors in the box, which are a big part of Ecobee's multi-room story. The glass face is a fingerprint magnet, and if you're missing a C-wire, the PEK path requires patience and a steady hand, especially if your furnace board is tight or you're also trying to run a humidifier. In my opinion, if you want air quality monitoring, built-in voice, and a sensor included, the premium model fits better. If you're okay using your existing speakers for voice and you like the price of the mid-tier, the Enhanced is the right lane. I'd recommend this for folks in small to mid-size homes or apartments who already have a C-wire, or anyone who's comfortable using a smart speaker for voice. If you rely on a wired accessory and you don't have a C-wire, consider getting a pro install or checking whether upgrading your wiring is feasible. If your top priority is absolute sensor accuracy without touching offsets, this may test your patience, though once I set the correction, it stayed consistent. In conclusion, the Ecobee Smart Thermostat Enhanced nails design, plays incredibly well with the big smart home platforms, and offers thoughtful automation with EcoPlus. It asks you to meet it halfway on setup and calibration. If that trade makes sense for you, it's a strong value. If not, step up to premium or look for a model that better matches your wiring and accessory needs. To learn more about the Ecobee new Smart Thermostat Enhanced, please check the comments section. Thank you for watching.